Good day. Noah the Great here. Going to take a look at a replay I got from Beachhead 08 in his AMX 1357F, the most fun tank in the game. This is a tier 7 light tank that has an 8 shell clip that fires in like a second between each shot, probably even quicker than that. Very fun tank to play, has really good camo values and can put a nasty amount of damage in a pretty short time period. One of the biggest downsides is how little pen it has. You can see the large amount of gold rounds being run, more than regular rounds. But they're also very expensive, so probably going to lose some money on this game. And like a professional, you got to run those rations when you're playing a strong lower tier tank. So we're going to take a look at the replay and see if there isn't anything that maybe could have been done better or learned from something that was done really well. This is a good tank to play on this map. You have a lot of options to do about whatever you want. You can do some sort of early runs, either going in the bowl, going across here. I definitely tend to open up sitting in this brush with more of a camo net type lineup, just to figure out what they have going in the middle. It looks like the Hawk's trying to compete for the spot, so it's probably going to be a little bit dangerous to stay there, because who knows if that tank will stay unspotted or get you shot. So I'd be a little nervous right at the start, but have a reasonable split, plenty of heavies going down the 3-4 line, a little bit of support on the 9-0, but not all that much high side. That's a bummer, because that's where I'd like to play. But what do they have for tanks? 3 T-44s. Bad chat. Yeah, the main threat's going to be those 3 T-44s, and not being spotted, I'd expect them to be in the 9-0 line or sitting across the D7. And look at that. Yeah, this tank can be very difficult to hit your shots at range. The inner clip shots are a lot worse than your aim time, so sometimes you actually shoot your shots a little bit slower at range to hit them better. And sometimes you can't take the risk. That's a nice shooting. He's going to get the kill. Oh, he does. Nice clip. That was really needed, because it's definitely going to be a close fight on this high side, and whoever wins this high side with the amount of heavies is probably going to win the game. So a really clutch kill. As you can see, Beach isn't going into this middle area yet, because he doesn't want the Scorpion to drive up and trade shots. And heck, even if he kills a Scorpion, it's just not worth taking a hit. This preserving hit points on this tank is just so important, because as the game goes on, it's a fast autoloader, and you can really demolish tanks if you have the hit points. Oh, tracking shot? Nope. Ooh. I don't know how that one penned, but looked like the aim was for a tracking shot, but missed. And one of the problems about running so much gold on this tank is, you see, after this clip, he's going to be imbalanced. He's going to have to run gold, or he gets right down to 8. Probably not planned, but works out well. And now you see, right, the Scorpion that we're concerned about got spotted. He now has free reign. I'm just going to pause here for a second. You really have two main options when you come into this middle area. In the mid game, is you either pop up here and try and shoot the SU or the Scorpion or 34, right? You try and make a play down on that side, or you can also either pop up at the rock or pop up over here and try to kill the 44s. Based off how it's developing, I'm not sure what's the right play. I'm thinking Beach might just be popping up, just trying to spot what's there first and then make a decision. I'm honestly more worried about those mediums than I ever would be about these tanks at the moment, because those tanks could easily overpower and start taking the flank. But with all this support in the back, you could put a clip or two into the heavies and then fall back, but it's just there's not all that much protecting you. So I personally think these 44s are the bigger threat and what I would try to kill. Well, we'll see what Beach does. That's unlucky. Good tracking shot. Oh, finish the kill. Alright. First thing, pulling back a little bit too soon on the T-29. Should have finished off the kill. The second thing, what happened while he was shooting is actually him moving forward. I guess encouraged the rest of his team that, hey, we can drive in this spot now. And so he does have some support that is much needed. But also, you see these tanks, they're a little bit lower life than I thought, so not as bad. But you see how they're such a big threat, right? This T-44 shot him once. If the T-44 is smart, he's also going to ram him, and there's going to go, two-thirds of Beach's health. Does that mean it was a bad play to kill the T-29 and give an edge there? It all just depends, right? Those mediums may have just stayed on the 0 line, right? And it's just a free kill on the T-29, and then you can still make the same play, right? If his teammates didn't move forward, though, poor Beach would be dead. But I'm guessing he doesn't die this early. So let's see. Does get a ram. Interesting, you do see that Beach got his front around to give a little bit better armor. Oh, down to 42. That's rough. But reduce some of the ramming damage he takes. And as mentioned, right, that's why the 44s are just so dangerous to this type of a tank. Right? Even getting shot by multiple tanks, it still brought him down to 42 without him being able to do anything. So, yeah, getting into a safer spot, trying to get some distance. Okay. Going over the top there, you open the grounds for the 44 to shoot you. But, yeah, I mean, this is a close game, so there's no point in him risking his life. Although, oh, this 44 doesn't kill you here, does he? What? Yeah, that is fortunate. I don't know if the 44 fired and I missed it, or if his gun got damaged and he was just waiting for it to aim in. But again, that's why you see those 44s are they were so much of a danger. Shooting gold rounds, so yeah, you definitely probably want to aim it a bit. I see, I'd be a little concerned at how close that SU was looking at him, but he didn't get spotted. So, I guess the question is, what's the threat now? Well, they got a light on our base. That's probably who I'd want to deal with, but he doesn't have the health to, right? The importance of keeping the health up is you can make defensive plays. And the team's going at this 32, so he should as well. You should keep driving past him in case he turns back. Oh, aim the shots, Beach. Yeah, you could have. Really should have gone for a tracking shot, keeping that 32 up on top of the hill. Probably should have also kept trying to drive a little bit past to give more room to get out in case the 32 just decided to turn and kill him. And then also risk taking shots. Okay, see, and here you see a little bit of him switching towards the tracks just to try and make sure the Chrysler can't move around. And it's a little bit more acceptable switching away from the tracks after the first few shots because clearly he's going to die there. Only 7 shots in this clip, 1 in the other. Another thing you notice though is also just how aggressive Beach plays, right? He probably could be sitting back more. Oh, no cap out. But in so many of those plays, he's still putting his gun in the fight, even if... Does he die here? No, just a very merciful other team, apart from one pesky 44. Anyway, this is one of the best tanks in the game for having fun, in my opinion. It can be very difficult to play well and play efficiently, just because it's so easy for any tank to decide that they want to kill you, and they basically do. things maybe to learn. The best parts you saw about this was just the way to use the map to apply pressure to force people to worry about him. And then the tanks that didn't worry about him took 1,000 damage from him, and the tanks that did worry about him got shot by other tanks, right? So even though he did 2.8k damage, and that's pretty good, 5 kills definitely really good on this tank. What's also important is he pulled tanks out of position. He baited tanks in to kill him. And there's some of those plays where you're applying pressure and it's not necessarily that he's doing the damage, but he's forcing people into making mistakes. And that's really what you see when you start making aggressive but well thought out plays. So good game. Could work on the aiming. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed watching and maybe learned something from this that you can pull into your own games. If not, well, what can you do, right? You can have a great day.